Hello guys and welcome. Let me fix my seat here. Let me change my camera a bit more this way and a bit off that way. There we go. That's better. Get myself into the center a bit. So welcome everyone, and it's another Sunday night, Sunday evening, Scrap Chat live. So let me just mute my YouTube side because I had YouTube open. So Scrap Chat live. There we go. So that's the YouTube muted, and we're ready to rock and roll. So first in tonight, I think was, let me go back. Was it Poosmate? Was it? No, it wasn't. It was JCT, followed by Poosmate, followed by Electronic Scrapper, followed by Barry Fab, and I think that's it so far, isn't it? So everyone just saying hi to everyone. So what has everyone been up to this week? Good day, Brizzy boy. Brizzy boy, there we go again with a couple of different channels. But Brizzy boy stickers still didn't come to him that I sent out to him, so hopefully you'll have them this week. What is everyone working on? What have we been scrapping out this week? What have we been working on? I've been working on dissolving that gold I got from that e-waste buy. So the gold fingers, but I've been having a lot of trouble getting it to drop. So you'll see that in the video. Braveheart Scrapper, welcome in. Braveheart was live earlier on today, so hopefully she gets a few more closer to her hours. So if anyone has some got Braveheart Scrapper, you might give her a check out her channel, watch some of her videos, and hopefully she get her hours sorted fairly quick. But yeah, so what was I working on? Well, I've been working on that gold drop because I'm back to work, so I can do it in the evenings, and I can think. But I've had an awful issue with it, and only a small amount of gold dropped. And then when I test the liquid that was left over, I'm still getting a positive test for gold. So I decided to drop everything back out of the liquid by using the aluminium. Just by dropping some aluminium, and drops everything, all the precious metals below the aluminium on the scale. So you'd have your copper, your tins, your irons, your gold, your silver. I think that's, isn't that? Let me just have a look here and see where aluminium is on the scale again and what comes out. Metal scale. Metal scale. Reactivity, I think it is. Reactivity scale. So the metal reactivity scale, let me have a look here and see where again aluminium is on that list. I suppose I'll make a big screen for myself because I'm as blind as a bat. Make that big screen, please. Access denied. Servers unavailable in EU region. So there we go, guys. That's a website that is not available in Ireland or in the EU. So I'll go to a different website. Let me see what it is doing for me now. Metal reactivity scale. So, and again, the print is so small. There's iron, tin, aluminium. Why don't they make this bigger, please? And thank you. Click to enlarge. Thank you very much. Here we go. Right. So, as I was saying, I dropped in the aluminium. So below that, what it should drop out is zinc, iron, nickel, tin, lead, copper, mercury, silver, gold, platinum. They're all the metals that should be dropped out when I have put the aluminium back into the solution. So I've done that, and what I'm at the moment now is I've washed it a couple of times. The stuff that dropped out, I've washed it about 10 times in boiling distilled water. And what I've done now is added nitric acid to it to hopefully the nitric acid will get rid of all the base metals. And what I should be left with should be my precious metals, I'm hoping. Like gold and platinum, or maybe just gold, sorry. And I'll test it. I'll see for silver and stuff like that. And hopefully that will solve my problem. Right, e-waste Mike, how do? Good to see you, sir. Yes, Mike had his little trip to Copper King Recycling. Who else came in there in case I missed anyone else? Because I was just when I was talking about my little issue. Most of you don't really care about my little issue, my gold. US Mike will tell me I'm just wasting my time. But anyway, US Mike was up in Boardsworth dropping off his boards and stuff like that. So he's lucky he can do that. I have to take all my stuff apart. That's all I can do. So that's what I'm at again tonight, taking more phones apart. So good to see you, Copper King. I seen you over on Raphael's last night. I was popping in and out to it when I had time. I was very busy. Saturdays are not a great day for me, to be honest, because I work till after 6, and then when I get home I have to do other stuff as well. So, and then the football is on later on in the evening as well. So Saturdays are not the best day for me catching much on YouTube, to be honest. No point in me lying. Afternoon, Braveheart Scrapper. Yeah, so I'm taking apart some mobile phones here in case people are wondering. So, what has everyone else been up to in the e-waste world? Any e-waste scrappers or just general scrap? How are you finding scrap prices, guys? Are you happy with scrap prices at the moment? Well, no one's happy with scrap prices at the moment, to tell the truth, are we? We all want a bit more. But how are you finding them? Are they staying relatively stable, or are they fluctuating a bit too much for you? Your liking? It's always one screw that'll be kind of rounded. That makes life a little bit harder. Good result for Liverpool yesterday. Yeah, it was a good result. 9-0. Wasn't a good result last Monday night. If Tim is there, I'm sure he'll remind me of that. If Tim is there, our American friends will know. Hey, Barry. Barry's a new subscriber to my channel. He's into this e-waste as well. So Barry, if you have any questions there, put them in the chat. There's plenty of people in there as well who are into scrapping and e-waste recovery. Electronic Scrapper there, big into silver recovery, stuff like that. Then you have e-waste Mike there, but e-waste Mike doesn't really recover anymore. He used to, but as he just say, he is copped on or got smart, and he sells all his stuff to Boardsworth or his refiners, and let them do the hard work and let them mess with the assets, and he just gets the cash. So unfortunately, as Barry will tell you, over this side of the pond, we don't have them options. I'm still working on getting enough surfers amount to get a recovery rate for gold and silver. That'd be interesting when you get that done. Link is there, by the way. If anyone wants to click on it and come on up, you're more than welcome. So as I say, Barry is new to my channel. He's into the e-waste. Sent me photos of all his e-waste and stuff that he has there. So he's got a nice collection building up. I think he was saying he was when I read one of his comments there before I came back up on an email that he was going to think about selling some of the stuff, or tried selling some of the stuff for on eBay, and it wasn't straightforward. I hate eBay as well. I always find eBay torture to sell on. It's okay to buy off, but I find it torture to sell off, and you always can't keep everyone happy. Yeah, so I'm looking for a light screwdriver as usual. I thought I had it here, but again, as per usual, I don't. Yeah, so I have been busy with working with the nitric acid and the acaregas, and again, another reason I think I may have had an issue dropping the gold from the last batch I did was I think my SMB may be gone off. So I'm going to have to invest in some new SMB. If Barry has a channel, I'd check it out. No, Barry I don't think has a channel. Barry is more just learning and wanting to find out more information and doing a bit of experimenting. As far as I can gather at the moment, I think, am I correct, Barry, on that? Eventually he may go into doing a YouTube channel. But I think for the moment he's just checking everyone's channels out, learning from everyone else, and learning from other people's mistakes as well, which is a big thing on e-waste recovery. So again, that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Barry does have a channel and I'm giving out the wrong information, but I think he's just a subscriber. I don't have a channel at the moment. Yeah, so he just subscribes to channels, check out other people's videos, and try and get information and stuff like that. So he's eventually he may do his own videos and stuff like that, which we kind of all start off learning from other people and watching videos, and then we decide to give it a crack ourselves and do a channel. So there's plenty. The thing about the e-waste world and the scrapping world, I find, is everyone's willing to help each other, and no one knows everything, and any information we get, we like to share it. I'm still drinking from Raphael's stream, so it might be best I stay in the chat. My God, Brizzy, what have you got? Have you got a cast iron bucket for a stomach, have you? Oh my God, what time was that last night? Did you finish up? So, and Brizzy's still at it. My God. Let us have fun. No, my channel is not about what Brizzy. When people get drunk, I don't like them up on the channels, because people say stuff when they're drunk and it causes issues later on for people. So unfortunately, if Brizzy's too drunk to be up on a channel, it's safer for him to stay where he is. Enjoying some pumpkin bread I baked this morning. That's good. Are you looking to do all scrapping or just e-waste, and as a job or as a hobby? Yeah, that's another good question. Are you doing, I think as far as I can gather from the information I have, I've been very reluctant to start going into the as I do right. I feel and the other thing I'd say about going into the processing of it is there's a lot more work to it. As I was saying, this week I've spent 4 days trying to solve a problem where if I could have sold that stuff, I would have my money now in my bank account, and that would be it. Now it is fun that you can do it, but if you can do it, but so when problems arise, Raphael, welcome in. When problems do arise from the e-waste processing, as in recovery, what I call processing will be getting gold powder at the end of it. Hey, Grandpa Kevin, welcome in. Good to see you. That's what I call processing. Now, again, some other people call processing just breaking these down and collecting the boards and stuff like that. What I'd call processing is actually getting the gold off the boards, dissolving the gold, the low-grade gold, and dropping it back eventually as high-grade 24-karat gold, something like that. That's what I'd call processing, but everyone has a different take on that. So that's the great thing about e-waste and e-waste recovery is everyone has their own way of doing things, and if you're happy doing it and it works for you, carry on. Don't listen to anyone else telling you you're wrong all the time or trying to put you down. Everyone's learning, no one knows everything, as I always say, and most of us scrappers and e-waste will sometimes give a bit of advice if we see something, but again, if you don't want to take that advice, that is completely up to you. This is the difference between recovery and refine. Scrapping knowledge, you should know that. See what I mean about people who start giving out? Raphael is a very negative person lately. He always gives negative comments. There's another one by him. I'm going to call you out anymore, Raphael. Oh, we have someone in the basement. We have the man who's just got his money the easy way. Well, not the easy way, the quick way, the smart way. Mr. E-Waste Mike. Welcome in, sir.
I just came up here to tell you one thing. You're wrong.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
What's the story today? What are you eating for a start?
How do you like my parrot? You like my parrot?
There's Errol keeping an eye on the food to make sure that you're eating the vegetables.
Pizza.
Yeah, I seen you got all your shed stuff or all your stuff got up to board sort. So
One
you're a
load.
happy chap. That's all done.
One load.
Yeah, well, first load.
Got another one.
First load. That's what you have the advantage of over there, because as I was saying to Barry there, he was sending me photos earlier of all the e-waste he has, and I was asking him, is he going to sell it on, or is he going to process it, or what he's going to do? And again, because we don't have a board sort here, he either has to sell it on eBay, bring it to the scrapyard and get a low price, or try and process it himself. So selling on eBay from Ireland is a bit of a difficulty because we're such a small country. There's only 4 or 5 million people in the whole of Ireland. So if you're selling to anywhere else, then it's an issue there as well, making sure it gets to them, stuff like that. So it's a pity that there isn't a board sort in other countries as well. That's what I'm surprised other companies haven't set it up. But I suppose if you're getting all your e-waste for free, like you are in Ireland, if you're an e-waste recycling company, they get all their e-waste free because there's this recycling, what they call collection points, where people bring their old computers, throw them in, and they're given free to these recycling companies. So,
You should start a board sort.
I don't have the money to start a board sort. If I had the money to start
I don't even want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it.
He has money to waste on freaking ram sticks though, and lose money, but he ain't got.
That was an experiment. And that experiment has broke my heart this week, so it has, because I could only get a small bit of gold to drop, and every time I test the liquid, the gold is still in solution. So I don't know whether my SMB for dropping the gold is out of date, or gone bad, or what is the problem. So at the moment, I'm having issues, and I was in the middle. I was saying, yes, Mike is right. Don't be messing with this shit.
I learned the hard way.
I know, but I don't have a choice.
Now I do it the easy way. I just sell it.
Yeah. Sell it.
I had a guy last summer. He had big, huge box full of it. He said, I'm gonna get the gold, and that's how I'm gonna go on YouTube and figure it out. I said, yeah, you're gonna mess it up. I said, it's not worth it. I said, it's not worth it. So what's this idiot do? He cuts the fingers off, and he melts. He just takes a torch and starts melting all this scrap.
Oh.
He did. I think he said 1,500 sticks of ram, and he did that to it. So I said, look, now that you've screwed it up and you've lost a ton of money, I says, I'll give you $5 a pound for what you have left, and you learned your lesson. So he sold me 75 pounds of ram for $5 a pound. And at the time, it was $25 a pound at board sort. I cleaned his clock just to teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel bad about it.
Yeah, the worst thing was melting it, because once you melt that into a ball of crud, there's nothing you can do with it. It's just full of copper and iron and everything. It's just impossible to get the gold back out of it.
I try to tell people, but people don't want to listen. So they're all hard-headed.
Yeah. As I say, there's you will make far more money selling it to board sort. If you have a board sort or an e-waste buyer, you'll make a ton more. No risk of hurting yourself with acid, and it's just instant money straight in your account.
Yeah.
It's thing. And again, if you're doing it for a living, definitely sell it. Because you won't. For me, it's just a hobby. So at the end of the day, if I lose money on something, it's the same as if I went out playing a game of golf and I bought a new set of golf clubs to play. That's the way I look at it. But if I was doing this as a business, I'd be gone broke a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, memory here is down to $20.50 a pound. But when I started at board sort, memory was like $14 a pound.
Grandpa Kevin, welcome, sir.
Hey, Mikey. That's all right. Now I'm number 2.
I like the sticker, sir.
That's a coaster.
It's a coaster. He's too cheap to get a sticker.
Sorry, it's always a sticker. How are you, Kevin? What are you up to? Did you get through all that e-waste you picked up yet? Did you sell it on, break it down? Did you do anything with it?
And most of it's still in the van. I
What's
put
the
the van. I park the van by the garage. This way, as I need to, I just go outside, grab a few things, bring it in, work it off, slow but sure.
It's all about time, isn't it? Are you busy with doing all your mailings, or is that quietening down for the winter, or does it be
No,
just as busy all year round?
that goes through the whole year, but
Okay.
there's so little of it now. Just enough to pay the bills for the business.
Melting boards down. You generally have to add 3 times copper by weight to get a decent nugget, and then use electronic. Yeah, well, that's the only way electronic scrapper I know of. If once they melt down, especially if they melt gold pins and stuff like that together, it's just like crazy when they do that. And then people go onto eBay and they see this gold bar and they think, oh, that weighs 100 grams. I'll definitely get 10 grams out of that or whatever. And next thing they pay $100 for it or whatever, and it'll cost you about $1,000 of acid to dissolve it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Who'd you say the new guy was?
Barry Crowan, I think it is.
I'll
Isn't it?
scroll up.
Barry Crowan.
Crowan?
This guy here. Barry Crowan.
Hey, Barry. Hey, Mike, how's your neighbor doing?
Not good.
Ah,
She's going in tomorrow for her first thing of chemo, and yesterday she was in like massive pain. I sat in there for about an hour and a half, and today she said she's like super weak. So
yeah,
I don't even know if they'll do the treatment tomorrow. If she's the way she is, I don't know.
yeah.
So well, I'll have to check on her in the morning and see, because we got to take her in the morning. So we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Well, hope for the best.
Yeah, I've talked to. I got some friends that are nurses and stuff, and they deal with stuff like that. And they said it's usually 6 to 18 months with pancreatic cancer. So we'll see.
Yeah.
That's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, she's not doing good though.
And poor old Solers as well. Her.
Oh my God.
Yeah, her grandmother.
Yeah, well, there's a GoFundMe which I'll talk about later on. I'll put a link up to where they're trying to raise a few pounds to pay for a bit of medical equipment and stuff like that needs to be got for him when he gets out of hospital from his treatment.
For her nephew.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll put the link up in a while there. I'll let a few more people come in, and I'll put the link up for the GoFundMe again. I understand people. It's very at the moment. A lot of people are under pressure money wise, and with the cost of living gone up so much. But if anyone can spare anything, they would be really helpful, I'm sure, to them. And also, if they collect more than what they need, they will. Watch what I put it in there, Poosmate. Well done, Poosmate. If they collect more than what they need, when the young buck is hopefully back on his feet and doesn't need any more help or treatment, any money that's left will go back to help other people suffering from cancer and stuff like that. So, if anyone can donate to it, please do, guys. And if you can't donate to it, even sharing it out on your community tab. If you have a community tab, so that other people might be able to, someone might have a bit of spare cash, I'm sure it will help. As I say, a lot of people just don't have the means at the moment, and everyone understands that. But even if you're the religious type, even a prayer might help, So do what you can, guys, and we'll pin that link in a while. I'll put it up again before the end, and we'll pin it at the top. So,
Yeah, I put it in my description of my video I uploaded to today. So
yeah. So it's just if
that poor family can't catch a break.
No, it's just some people sometimes have a run of bad luck, and if there's not much you can do for them or say, but all you can do is be there if they need to talk to anyone or anything like that. And if anyone has a bit of spare cash, I give what I could today to it, and if anyone has any spare cash that they can donate, even if it's only £1, it all adds up in the end, as we just say.
I was trying to figure out the conversion because I'm going to donate to it, and I was like, well, I don't want to donate a certain amount and only be like 50 cents. So I have to figure out the conversion from US to.
Use Google to calculate. They give you the different transfer rates.
Well, at the moment, dollars to pounds will be. So $1 is worth 85 pennies in England. So we'd say $10 would be £8.50 or 50p. That's what it is at the moment.
So a US dollar would be what?
85 pennies.
which is
There's a
It'd be like 80, what you'd call 85 cents.
oh okay.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give her a good donation. I couldn't figure that out, and
Yeah. So
I don't want to
so
yell.
every $10 is £8.50 to them.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't want Kevin to see and say, "Well, that DOH Mike's a cheap ass," you know. 'Cause I don't know. He'll do shit like that. You're a prick.
I'll send her a coaster.
Oh, Jesus Christ. They're good frisbees.
And a sticker.
Yeah, so they're Parkness put in £1 is the same as $118. So
Okay.
if you want it the other way around. Yeah,
Well,
Poos, mate.
don't
Feel
do it.
free to put that link up whenever you feel like. You know, it's a good cause. He's only a young lad. His mother died of cancer less than a year ago,
Yeah.
and unfortunately now he has cancer, and he's been looked after by his aunt, who is everyday solars on our community. She's another scrapper, e-waste buyer and seller and stuff like that. She collects e-waste and sells it and all that sort of stuff. So she's part of our community, and as we always say, we always try and help each other out if we can. And if it's a good cause, we'll always try and help each other out. And again, I say sometimes there is a lot of channels who would be always begging and stuff like that, but e-waste or what you call Everyday Solars is not one of them type channels. So that's why I have no hesitation in donating to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah, so that was the bad news I was reading today, saying, and then your neighbour as well. So it's at the moment cancer is prevalent everywhere. It seems to be every second person you talk to seems to have it, or someone belong to them has it. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the distributors of that cancer is all these friggin' politicians.
yeah. But as Poosmate said, that's actually another thing you can do is watch Everyday Solars videos. So maybe you should get a bit more money from YouTube, a bit more ad revenue, stuff like that. So again, that might help her out a bit as well, because it is a big drain on the family to when anything goes wrong. Medical expenses can now I know England, a lot of your medical expenses are covered, but it's the aftercare. It's the as I was saying, they're going to try and get him I think it's a wheelchair and stuff like that he'll need afterwards, because he won't have a strength and stuff like that, and he's only a young lad. So it's all that sort of stuff afterwards that has to be paid for, these out-of-pocket expenses that add up.
I'd watch your videos, but she's a micro scrapper, and I don't like micro scrapping.
Yeah. E-Waste Mike is not into micro scrapping. He does a bit on the sly the odd time, and he gets bored.
I don't have nothing else to do.
We have another micro scrapper in the basement, so Michael, love this.
I gotta leave.
Skills. Hello,
How
sir.
you doing, everybody?
How are things with you?
Life is peachy, you know.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
your peak has twice as many pits, though, right?
And talking about cancer and stuff, you've been through the mill with that a year ago or something like that, haven't you, Gil, with your wife and stuff like that? So how is she doing?
She's doing really good, actually. She hasn't had any issues since the surgery, and she's reduced down to yearly checkups, yearly visits to make sure there's no growths or anything.
Again, if you can get it quick enough and you can get treatment, it just goes to prove that you can survive this dreaded disease.
Yeah. See this?
Yeah.
See this? Team Pat.
Yeah.
That was my sister.
Okay.
She had a benign glioblastoma. It was a cancerous lump in her brain. They took it out. She lasted about 6 months.
Yeah. Sometimes, as I say, I don't want to get down too depressing on this chat, because I like to keep it upbeat if we can. But sometimes that happens. People just go quick, and sometimes you can fight it and live. It just all depends on other things. So, anyhow, moving on to scrap-related talk for a while. Bob, what are you working on tonight? What are you micro scrapping in there?
Well, I don't know if you can see it, but compressors.
Oh yes.
Boo.
Yeah, got some compressors going, and yeah. So that's what I'm working. I had to hold off. I had to get some more cutting wheels, and I got those, and I'm hammering these things out this afternoon. I'm getting them off my bench.
You got a boo from E-Waste Mike anyway, so that means you're a proper micro scrapper if you get a boo off him.
Thank you, Mike.
Great job, Bob. Great job.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Mike has reserved a place in hell just for micro scrappers. That'd actually be his worst. You know how hell is meant to be a punishment if you believe in all that stuff. So if there was a hell, and I think if Mike ended up there, he didn't have to be micro scrapping all day. Be his punishment.
I'm already there.
I think that's fitting. I
Mike is
think that
gonna
would
be
be very fitting.
Purgatory. Mike is going to be stuck in purgatory. Heaven doesn't want him, and hell is afraid of him.
Micro scrapping purgatory. I like that, Grandpa Kevin.
I'm going to be a hovering. Oh well.
I'm watching an ad for you, Scrapping Irish. That's how much I respect you.
Oh, keep them ads because I can retire so early from YouTube's money.
I thought you were going to retire from the gold you were getting from all the scrap from the e-waste.
Look at Mike about to start busting us all laughing.
Hey, when you watch that video, there's a little box in the lower right. It says skip ad. Just hit that, like I do.
or like right. Be better still, be like Ralph and have ad blockers so you don't even have to press the button.
Now I can see the chat. If anybody said hello, it's good to see everybody.
No, a lot of people said hello to you. So they did. I think everyone said hello to you when you came in. So there's Park Nest, all them gang, Pooh's Mate, Braveheart Scrapper. Oh, I mentioned ad blockers, and of course, who comes up? Mr. Ad Blockers.
What are these ads you speak of?
Oh, I got something to say.
Oh,
I love you, Ralph.
I love you too, Mike.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, now what does Earl have to say about that?
Raphael said he's been quiet to keep the negativity
great.
down.
Great.
You don't have to be quiet, Raphael. You just have to be positive.
It's a very open-minded panel. I like this.
Yeah. You just have to be positive.
I still had you on my speakers. Now you're in my headset.
Now you're in my head.
In my head.
That's what I thought he was going to say.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to say. I see. I was watching Raphael's live last night. I had it on the background, and I was watching a bit of football and watching again. I see that guy came up. That
Looney Tunes guy.
Yeah. He was writing away in the chat, so like it must be autism that he can't speak or whatever is it that's causing his issues. I think
Seemed like it, yeah.
Yeah, because he was able to write away, no problem in the chat. You know,
No.
I was reading his comments in the chat and stuff like that, so he was writing away in the chat.
It was interesting seeing all his figurines.
Yeah. He's a nice guy and everything, but see, the problem sometimes with YouTube, especially with lives, is you have to have interaction of chat on the panels, and that's where YouTube is a, you know how we'd say Gemma Grace Journeys, she suffers from autism, but she uses YouTube to get her autism out in the open and talk about it. But then you have a more severe case of autism, which that guy had last night, obviously, where he couldn't verbally communicate, so he had to just write in the comments. But that's the downside of YouTube chats, live chats for him, you know.
I guess, yeah. Well, at least he's doing pretty well, because I think he had like 760 subscribers on his channel, and there's actual people who like his content. So,
well, again, I watched when I clicked over onto his channel there, because I seen it up on Raphael's, and I clicked over, and it's all Looney Tunes cartoons, and I watched one of the cartoons because I remember watching them back in the 80s and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And I just said, oh yeah, I'll watch one of these for a minute. Next thing I was watching Looney Tunes cartoons.
Who didn't grow up with that?
Yeah, so like it but the other thing is he'll get a load of copyright strikes if he ever got monetized. So
Yeah, I assume so. Yes.
Yeah, that'll be the only thing.
Motherboards, I'm not home much with it. We just find the time to set. It's not that hard, electronic scrapper. It's only four different categories. Pain in the ass. Look, now that's a true micro scrapper right there. See that guy down there? Look at him.
Look at what is he doing? Hold on. What
He
the
Like an old
hell?
micro down there.
He's sitting on his ass.
Look at that.
Yeah, isn't this the way to do it? You know,
Yeah. I was here. Did he just go really small, or what's
Hey.
happening?
You did create quite some space there.
He's
this is
taught
one
his
hell of a
Huskies
green.
how to
This is
do
a
it.
huge green screen. Don't pay no attention to what's behind.
You're
it.
actually sitting on your bed.
Yeah, I was there. Is that a green screen behind him, or what's happened?
He's got the two Huskies doing the scrapping for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the three Huskies, they're in the house arguing. They're free. It's funny because lately their new thing is their kennels are open unless nobody's home, and they get into their open kennels, and Luna's cage is above cage, and they just sit there and they argue with each other.
Yeah.
I put a video up, a short on the Husky Express channel of them just arguing with each other for a minute straight.
Yeah, sometimes it's hilarious.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass. They're doing it right now.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
goodness for
funny,
noise cancellation.
I saw a video of two dogs that were barking at each other and growling and being really, really aggressive towards each other. And there was a sliding fence in between. So the fence opened. And as soon as the fence opened, they were all like,
I know
and
you.
then the fence closed again.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and then the fence opened again. And they were,
Yeah. You know, it'd be like two drunks at a pub arguing at each other, and then when they get right up to each other, there's nothing. You know.
exactly, yeah.
You know? But, just talking about scrap prices and stuff like that. Just a quick one around the panel while I'm here. Do you look at it? Do you decide? I know Mike will decide because he's doing it as a living. But as a hobbyist, if you've decided to go in this week and bring your stuff to scrap, and you go into scrapyard and you find the price is down lower than you thought, will you still cash it in, or will you bring it home with you again? So that's open to the panel there.
Well, I really need the space at the moment, so I'm turning everything in that I don't need.
Regardless of price, like.
Yeah, because everything I make is profit anyway, so yeah.
And what about you, Bob? Do you do the same? Do you cash it all in, or will you just decide what you're going to cash in depending on price?
When I get too much steel, I cash that in regardless. But like I hold on to my copper, my aluminum, my brass, and any other precious metals that I have until I think the prices are just right, and then I try to cash in at that time. You know what I mean? Because it's, you know, you got significantly less if you got the room to hold on to it. It's like stocks. You know, you buy low and you sell high.
Yeah.
But in our case, you don't buy it all because you get most of the stuff for free.
Right, but you know what I mean.
You do put the work in to get all the stuff out. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you are investing regardless. You know what I mean, with the vehicle and the time you're spending and all that. Absolutely.
And what about you, Kevin? Will you cash in regardless of price?
I do the same thing as that guy down there does.
Okay. And Mike, I think, if anyone watches Mike's videos, you'll know that when he finds the prices, he'll decide on it.
Mike does it the other way around. He holds on to his scrap steel and sells everything else.
Yep. But here's my thing: you loaded up your van or truck or whatever. You drove to the scrapyard. The price ain't right, so you're gonna bring it back home and unload it. You're already at the yard. Dump the shit because you already cost you fuel and time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
There ain't no
That could be solved
problem.
that could be solved with a quick phone call.
Or check online if they have,
or checking their website or whatever.
I'm actually checking the website for mine right now. I'm going to turn in some more stuff either tomorrow or the day after.
Hey, Harold.
And by the looks of it, prices are up again. So
the question was if you drove to the scrapyard.
Okay. Well, see.
No phone call involved.
Okay, I'll change it around again. Okay.
No, you can't change it. It's already done. You can't change
Mike
it.
is technically right. He is technically right.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Well, if you if you were deciding at the start of the week, if you were deciding at the start of the week that we'd say steel was at $100 per ton, right? And you said, right, I'm going to cash in my steel. And then at the end of the week, you rang up and it had dropped to 60 a ton. Would you still bring it in, or would you just keep it?
Yeah,
That's my new question for Mike.
If it was already loaded and I was going to go, then yeah, it would go.
Okay. I'd cash it in
My
regardless.
scrap is right now at $100 a ton. So last week I took 4 loads of shred in. So now I have room to stockpile it again to where it goes up to 5.5 cents a pound, and then I'll get rid of it again. Okay?
Yeah. The crappy prices here, it's $60 a ton here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I ran out of room. I ran out of room.
For shred, I get 27 cents a kilogram, so that would be
13.5 cents a pound.
ish.
That's
ish.
good.
Yeah,
That's
That would
not
be
bad.
Maybe 12.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good
2.2
price, actually.
pounds.
No, wait. That is just steel. Shred is lower. That's at 20 cents a kilogram.
it's still
White
That's
goods
still good.
0.
Quite good, yeah.
it's still good. So Harold and Romantic came in. So how are you guys doing? Good to see you. If I
Good
missed
day.
anyone else coming in, put a comment back in the chat and I'll mention your name out.
Yeah,
No.
but I took in 2 ton, and I still have probably another 2 or at least sitting back there just
Yeah.
to make room.
That van has been a godsend for you because that van has managed to get your scrap out of there a lot quicker than having to hire vans or ask people to give you help. You know?
Oh yeah, and then I had that big e-waste load that I had to go get. The guy says, "Oh, I got maybe a half a van to 3/4 of a van full of laptops, 2 full van loads."
So let me refine his question even further. Is there a threshold where you're like, it's not worth bringing your steel in, and you're going to wait a week or two and see if you can ride it out and, see if the price goes up?
Well, for me, I don't even bring shred to the scrapyard. I swap my shred and stuff
heard.
for e-waste off another scrapper who will give me. He just swaps computer boards and mobile phones and stuff for any of the shred, which is Pop Scrap is the other channel, and which he only lives a half an hour away from me, which is great. So he'll come take away any of the shred and any of the stuff that I don't want to cash in the scrapyard, and he'll give me computer boards or laptops or any stuff like that he's picked up. So it's kind of win-win on that one for me and him. But
That's good.
yeah, so whatever else you guys do then.
The
I would like
threshold
to-
for me.
I would
Go
like
ahead,
to.
Mike.
I would like to hear Raphael's take on it, though.
Rafael.
Yeah, so would I.
I don't even think.
$50 is
Mention
my
my
threshold. Up here in Maine, the prices are really low to begin with. But if it's 50 or below, you know what? It's fine just sitting out in my yard.
Yeah, you got
I'll
100
wait.
acres of land. What do you care?
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. Is like I try to clean it up. I got my other half, my better half. She gets upset, if there's too much. So, I try to manage that, and I walk I walk a wire when it comes to that
Hey,
stuff.
Gil, they do have blinders,
Yeah, just put a large tarp over it when it's out in somewhere on your fields.
I could do that.
Get someone to-
My threshold for scrap is basically whenever I have to move in the house, move like this. That means it's time to take it out. And right now it's actually pretty good because I've been cleaning up for almost 2 months. So I think I made about 2,000 euros from taking in over, I don't know, 2,800 kilograms of scrap.
Wow.
Not just steel, but all kinds of stuff. I've even been collecting pots and pans, which I didn't really care for. But apparently the stainless steel ones make... what was it? Where's the stainless steel? That now goes for €1.80 per kilogram. Which is...
it's amazing what money you can make out of
pretty good.
scrap as a part-time
Yeah.
income. Now, full-time, it's a different story because you have to pay money out of whatever you're getting in for other bills. But if you're working full time and you want to get a bit of extra cash, scrap is a good way of getting a bit of extra cash built up over the year.
Yeah.
Because
Full
it's
time,
safe-
it's all about volume. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
being reciprocal, you got to constantly keep that stuff flowing through, and you sacrifice some of that micro scrapping in lieu of, keeping that flowing. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm trying to eat. Don't mention that word.
Micro scrap is where it's at.
Mike's actually in the bathroom. He's sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
He's going to keep it flowing.
Mhm.
Hey Tim, welcome in. Jackie, welcome in.
Jackie,
Oh, I started hoarding all the scrap just to get materials to melt, but now I have a large crate full of copper pipes. I have a rather large bin full of stripped number 1 solid core copper wire. That's what I'm keeping for melting. I got a large pile of yellow brass. I got some plated brass. Most of it is all plumbing. I got a lot of keys and padlocks that I'm keeping. The aluminium profiles and heat sinks, and a huge pile of cast aluminium, and some. I still have quite a lot of zinc gutters, and everything else. All the shred, all the number 2 copper, all the crappy brass. I'm all salvaging and gonna turn all of that in because I don't need that much to melt.
Yeah, that's a new
I have a
channel to
lot
me.
of
I just
zinc too.
highlighted their name because I haven't seen this
Yeah.
channel before. So, Scrap and Salvage, thanks for dropping in. And unless you've changed your name and you are a previous channel, please let us know. But if you're new to the channel, welcome in. And there's plenty of other scrappers up here who have channels on the panel and in there if you want to check out other channels. And if you have a channel, we'll check you out as well. And then I have my friend from Bangladesh who popped in as well on a
Hey, Sid.
So thanks again for popping in. Hope all is well out there in Bangladesh, and hope you're getting all your e-waste recovery done out there, my friend. So I just highlighted that so I remember. So I'll have to check that channel out and see what they have. That when he said good day, I presume he's an Australian. The way he put his thing. So I'm going to check his channel now. I have to pop over to YouTube to check out his channel. Scrap. Gone too far as usual. Go to channel. See if I can see was that some. But yeah, so yeah, it doesn't be long building up. Yeah, they have a channel, and he's just he started. When did he start that channel? He started in February 2021, so just over a year old. So that's a new channel, guys.
Oh,
If you
Double
haven't-
R Restorations. Right, yes.
is that who it is?
Yes.
Ah,
Move the scrap
the name.
over content over
Yeah.
to Fresh Channel.
There we go. So
Ah,
that's who it is.
I think I'm subscribed to Double R Restorations. I'm not sure. I think I am. Yeah. Speaking of restorations,
Oh,
Ian
the restoration
Matthews.
channel.
Ian Matthews and gang did a restoration challenge, and it was either find something that's like 50 years old or older, and restore it back to usefulness.
Yeah, it won't work for Ian.
No, restore it back to usefulness, repurpose it, revive it, but whatever. I found one of these.
There you go.
Yeah, this thing is probably closer to 100 years old than 50 years old. I think this used to belong to my mother's grandmother. And the thing is completely brass, except for the handle, of course, that's wood. So I took the whole thing apart and I did what I do best. I molten the whole thing down. And I cast a brass hammer. It's not yet completely on the... I'm still working on this.
I think the restoration challenge was to make it back into the same use it was originally for.
No, it was make something useful out of it again. So I'm going to be uploading this pretty soon because I'm still working on the handle. And it started off with a 3D print. And
Ralph, you had to mention his name. You just had to mention his name, didn't you?
Well,
So we mentioned my name.
Oh, that's loud,
Mr.
Ian.
Shed. Hello, Mike, Kevin,
How
Ralph,
do?
Gil, hello, Bob, and Scrappy Irish.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
Good
Ian.
to see you, Ian.
I was just marathon scrapping day today.
Look, Ian, Omer. I made an Omer.
I saw your shiny head the other night.
Well, now we see your shiny head as well.
Yeah.
I think a nice Coke bottle opener would go nice with that hammer.
Yes. I'm going to be showing this like 20 times on every stream now and drive Mike nuts.
I'm just going to ask, before anyone says anything else, I'm going to just ask Poosmate again if she could put in the link to Sauler's GoFundMe page while we have a few more people in the chat.
Oh, let me
Oh,
pop.
yeah, right.
Yeah, so if
Let me pop.
Poosmate could do that, I'd appreciate it. You know. Anyhow, what were you going to say, Mr. Matthews?
Is that bismuth brass?
No, this is just normal brass. What
He melted down. Show him the picture of what you melted down.
Yeah,
Again.
this had to be something that's like one of those irons that you open up and you fill with hot coal and then you iron your clothing with it. That's over 100 years old, I think.
And he melted that down and made a hammer out of it.
Yeah, I melted it down and turned it into a hammer. So I repurposed it. It's not restoring, it's repurposing.
Ian,
It's the way the story was told that makes it funny.
Who's saying what? Well, that's what they do with everything, really, don't they? They make gates, they melt gates down, they make battleships, they break them up, they make something else, washing machines. It all goes round and round.
Indeed, yeah.
I'm going to let Raphael be negative because he wants to be negative. He keeps saying that I'm stopping him being negative in the chat. So say what you want, Raphael. I won't call you out on it. If you want to be negative, be negative. If it makes you happy, be negative.
Negative where? How? Why?
I don't know. It's just I pulled him on a comment he'd made earlier, and I said, "Will you please stop putting up negative comments?" Since then, he just keeps bitching at it. So I let him do what he wants. If it makes him happy.
Well, happy chappy. There you go.
Yeah. So you're free to do what you want, Raphael.
I must have missed something.
Wow, a blank check for raffle.
Right.
So, tell me about the GoFundMe then. I missed all that.
The Everyday Solars, well, it wasn't her. One of her friends has put a GoFundMe for, her nephew has cancer.
Yeah, that little lad, yeah.
Yeah. And so there's a GoFundMe there, and I think they were trying to raise £5,000 because they're going to need a special pushchair and stuff for when he gets out of hospital and after having his chemo and his radiation treatment.
Yeah, well,
I donated, and a few more people from the scrap world have donated. But as I said already, if people can, please do donate. Again,
well, they've been very generous because it's already reached the target and above.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, the good thing is, if you read down through it, what they've said is, if any money that they raise more than they need will be given to other families who have the same issue with kids who have cancer treatment to get. So you're not just helping that child, hopefully you're helping other kids who have issues with cancer.
There's also charities for this as well, though, isn't there?
There is, yeah, but sometimes with the way things are gone, charities don't have as much money as they used to one time. Because people aren't donating as much, and that's what I was saying already. If people can do it, they can do it. If they can't, they don't have to, because Everyday Solars knows and everyone else knows that a lot of people at the moment don't have any spare cash because of the price of electricity and the price of food and the price of fuel to get to work, and stuff is going up. So if you can't, maybe share it out on your community tab, and someone else might have it. I
will do. I know we discussed it last night, but we didn't know about it. We just heard that the little lad has gone worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, So he had an operation, and now he has to have radiation treatment for so many months or whatever, and then once he's finished that treatment, he has to have the chemotherapy then for, I think it's 5 bouts of chemotherapy he has to have. So the poor lad is going to be put through the mill, but hopefully he'll come out the other side of it and make a full recovery. But as I say, hopefully none of us can have a crystal ball and see what's down the road for us. So, you know.
No kid should have to go through that.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, on a lighter note, it's a bank holiday for us in England tomorrow.
Oh,
Don't have to go to work. I can do another full day scrapping.
And
Nice.
is it a full day of scrapping or a full day of micro scrapping?
Micro scrapping.
Oh, look at my face. He's got.
Why'd you put me in the basement?
You put yourself in the basement.
My hands are full. There's no way.
Well, I didn't do it.
Well, that's what we do. We make bigger
Oh,
bits
really?
smaller and smaller bits into tiny bits. Although I'm coming across things that I'm thinking I can't weigh this in. You know, I get it. It's got to be useful for something.
Oh, this useful for something. Carry on. You come up with.
Yeah, it's well, you know, it's just like Transformers, but you get all this nice.
Oh
Like-
yeah, I like that stuff.
Solid, thin, but I'm thinking, I
Copper
can't
ribbon.
weigh that in.
Copper
I can. Well, you know, the next challenge is some wall art, and I'm thinking, whoa.
What is that what you decided on the end? Because I was switching between you, Raphael, and the football last night. So
yeah, what
three different things going.
minimum of 300 mil or a foot. Wall art, any medium. So
That could be one I could get into now as well.
looking forward to that one actually. I was
Yeah,
thinking
that will suit a lot more people, I'd say, because you know, you can just do a bit of e-waste up wall art, or you could do something like that, or you know.
yeah. Who's mate saying how much room am I making in here? Not a lot, I'll be quite honest.
I could join in maybe.
Yeah, that's one you
Maybe,
could do. Wall art
maybe.
of some sort. You could do some 3D printed wall art.
Yeah,
Mm.
and then metal cast it, of course,
Yeah.
because
Ralph
that's
is
what we
going to
do.
3D print the 3D printer.
That is actually possible for some models.
Who's mate's laughing. It's I don't know, just can't get the time to get rid of stuff by scrapping, you know what I mean? It's like you must get involved in all that filtering and
Oh, I know. Don't talk to me about it. I was. Mike said to me last week on the show. He goes, "I can't wait till I see you lose all that money you put into buying that RAM." He goes, "It's going to teach you a lesson." So I decided this week. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to get this RAM. Now I'm going to get these chips. I'm going to put them in get these fingers. I'm going to put them in the acid. I'm going to get them. I've done all that. Then I was going to do another video where I dissolved them. I've done that. Then I came to the video where I was going to talk about the code. I was going to say, "Now, Mike, look at this code I got." And no, did it drop the gold out? No, it dropped it out, redissolved it straight away. Again, I was saying, oh God, what has gone wrong now? So I have to start all over again. So
you had chlorine in
yes,
your
Mike,
water.
yes,
didn't
Mike, you were right. You know, so I don't know. Was it bad SMB for dropping it out? That it had gone. So I've ordered fresh SMB to see will that solve the problem, and did I make a mistake putting in the filters? Did I put the wrong filter in with something else? And was there too much tin in there, or was there what there was that's causing the problem?
But it's still there though, isn't it?
It's still there. You never lose it. That's the only good thing about gold if you have it in liquid. Once you have it dissolved, it's always there. You can get it back by putting aluminium in, which I've done. And then when you put the aluminium in, you drop, as I said earlier on, you drop lead out, you drop tin out, you drop iron out, you drop copper out, you drop platinum, silver, and gold. So you have to start getting rid of all the metals again to get back to the gold. So it's a bit longer process, uses a bit more acid, costs me a bit more money. Yes, Mike, you are right.
Well, as I've said, there's people go out there, they spend hundreds of pounds, dollars, euros on really nice fishing rods. and they don't catch any fish, you might as well go straight to the fish shop and spend some of that money on buying some fish.
Yeah. Well, that's the other side.
So
it's
the taking part, it's the hobby.
It's the hobby. If I was trying to make a living out of it, I would be bankrupt now, gone. I'd definitely. So, if you're trying to make a living, Mike's way and Shark Scrapper's way is the way to do it. If you're like me and Bob and Ian Matthews and Raphael and Ralph, and then it's more for our hobbies that we do it and stuff like that. So at the end of the day,
Hello,
it goes down to
Steve.
whatever you want. Steve, welcome in.
It's getting harder to do it for a living, though.
Yeah, that's the only thing. There'll be a lot of competition in America,
Getting harder.
yeah, and if America goes down the route that Ireland has, and I think UK have gone down that route of this recycling system, where people bring back their e-waste to the shop, rather than to the dumps or to get people here. Like when you buy a new laptop, what you do now is you hand back your old laptop to be recycled by this big company. So most of this e-waste is getting siphoned off before it even makes it to us little scrappers, you know.
Yeah. And even with board sort, because everything is changing up, with their buyers, so they have to change up their buying practices. So then that comes down to me, and it's a real pain in the ass, is what it is.
Yeah.
You can still make money at it. It's just it's probably double the work than when I started.
Yeah, well, you just look at the boards that you have to characterize now compared to what you had to do a year ago.
Yeah, now you have your IDE, you have your SATA. SATA don't have as much crap on it as the IDE does, so they don't want to pay as much for it. Like the motherboard program they have now, that's a spank in the ass, and no matter how you look at it, because all the boards used to be $2.25 a pound. Now they're $2.25, $1.50, 70 cents, and that 70 cents hits hard, because those used to be $2.25. So it's just, and you have to keep sorting it out. It's just a pain in the butt.
Laugh about Raphael's comment. He's gone really positive now.
And the best, you're gonna go broke.
I can never win an argument against Raphael. I can never win. I give up, Raphael. I give up. You win. But maybe I should go to America and set up like what they've done here in Ireland. Say set up that We company and say, oh yeah, go back to the shops and say, oh yeah, when you sell your laptop, let the people drop their laptop back here. And the way it works here is we'd say the We Ireland is the name of the company, and if you bring back the shops collect the old stuff, and then they get 100 quid per ton. That's what they give them per ton of e-waste. So like
that does happen here to a smaller degree.
Okay.
It happens with cell phones. It does happen with some companies with laptops and stuff like that. But I used to work for a telecom company for a long, long time, and they would collect cell phones, and then they would forward it to this company that would recycle them. Come on over, Scrapping Irish.
Yeah, I could set up instead of We Ireland, I could call it We USA, and go to the big like Lowe's and them. No, not Lowe's. Best Buy. Them are big electronic guys, and say, look, I'm going to put a big skip out there, and you just tell customers when they come with their buying a new laptop, if they want to recycle their old one and be environmentally friendly, throw it in the skip. When that skip is filled, I'll give you $100. And then when I cash that $100 in with board sort, or cash that skip in with board sort, I'll have $2,000.
Exactly.
Stay away from Michigan, though. I hear there's a guy there that really, really is territorial.
Oh yeah, check this out. I might have another contact coming. I went to the bank yesterday, and they have a bunch of stuff they want to get rid of, so I might have that coming up.
Cool.
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you can make them contacts, because you have the license in that. So I don't have a license to recycle.
Yeah.
So
that was actually a fluke, because when I put my check for board sort, the bank's closed, so I just put it through the ATM. So my bank is weird because I put it in at 6 at night. By 9 in the morning, it's clear. I can go to ATM. I can go do it. But if I go into the bank, person to person, there's actually a 5-day wait. It's weird. Yeah, and I didn't know that because I had to go in and pull some money out.
They
And
probably do that
No.
on purpose to make you do online banking so they can get rid of staff eventually and save money that way.
yeah, I don't know how they did. I mean, I don't care. My bank is pretty good. And so I'm sitting there waiting, and I got my daughter in there, and she's acting a fool, and I'm acting a fool, and a 58-year-old and a 29-year-old acting like 10-year-olds in the bank. She's running around snapping pictures, all the little codes with your phone, and next thing my phone's blowing up because she took my phone to do it, and it's like, oh my god. But yeah, they were telling me, because they asked me, they said, well, because it was such a large deposit, they technically, if you go inside the bank, it's supposed to be a 5-day hold, but because I'm there all the time and I do business all the time, they cleared it. And the lady, the one banker came around that had to approve the withdrawal, and she's like, do you deal with this company all the time? I said, yeah. I said, if you go through my history, you'll see that all the big deposits are from that company. And I told her what I do, and she's like, oh, so it's a recycling company. I said, yeah. I said, and I said, there's going to be a couple more coming here shortly. So I had to change the PIN number on my card because I got a new card and it wasn't the same PIN. So I went and changed that. So she's like, we got a ton of stuff we need to get rid of. And I told her, so I'm licensed with the state, the whole 9 yards. So she took my card and she's like, yeah, I'll give you a call next week, and maybe we can clean out a room. I said, well,
Oh, that's good.
and I'll clean. I'll so
Yeah, because these companies, they want this certificate of
destruction.
destruction. Yeah. Otherwise, like I said, they just put it in a back room, don't they? And it's a pain.
Don't mention the back rooms, please.
Yeah. And actually, my daughter works at the school here. They have a classroom full of electronics. So I'm trying to weasel my way in that one too.
Yeah, a guy that I used to work with made contact with me. He said, "Oh, we have a rake of e-waste we have to get rid of, but I need a letter of destruction or a certificate of destruction." He said, "Can you give me one of them?" I said, "Unfortunately, I can't." He said, "Oh," so I said, "I can't give you the stuff." So that ruined my week.
Yeah, but
He sent me photos of all the e-waste, and I was here. It was like things. They were really medical stuff, so there were really good gold contact stuff on it, and I was here. Oh.
all you have to do, go online and type in certificate of destruction. You can print out a certificate of destruction. All you have to do is just fill it in.
Yeah, I must
I was
ask
going to
you.
say, it can't be much different than a bill of sale.
Yeah, you don't have to be licensed to do that.
I
Anybody
should get a T-shirt that says "Certificate of Destruction."
Yeah, I must check out what would that do. I must send him I must download one, fill it out, send it to him, and say, "Will that do for it?" Because if it worked, he's a lot of e-waste for me. So.
Yeah, the only bad thing, like my stepson worked for a lawyer's office, and a couple of years ago, I got just a mountain of stuff from those guys. Well, they wanted a certificate of destruction. So, unfortunately, it took me days to do it because I had to put the model. They wanted the model number of each thing I took, like every computer, every printer, hard drive, and I mean, I had a list that but I mean, I got it done and gave it to them. But I got all that stuff for free, and I made like almost $8,000 because I resold the computers to my computer store for $80 a piece.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be reselling anything because you already know I like to micro scrap, so everything will be scrapped.
Hey, I called the guy. I said and they were all working systems. All they did was formatted the hard drives. That's all they did. You could have plugged it in and did anything. And I told the guy, I said they all work. I said just the hard drives are formatted. He said I'll give you $80 a piece for them, and I had 300 or 400 of them. Okay.
Wow.
So I went from the lawyer's office to his store twice. Thank you very much.
Give me my money.
Yeah.
Trucking.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like
$8,000 for trucking.
yeah, it's just like those laptops that I got last week, those 2 truckloads, and I have another load to go get. I paid $200 for everything, and I still have a load sitting out there. And just on the complete laptops with good screens,
$3,500.
Oh, who's
well,
on?
I took it. It was 23,000.
Rob
It
disappeared.
was 2,315 pounds of just one category of laptops. And I still have $2,000 worth of laptops sitting out in the yard that I have to take in. But it was over $3,000 just for that one little, just for the one category. There's 3 categories of laptops. So I still have the other ones, and I got to go get the other load. So
Welcome back, Rob.
My internet.
He decided to go offline when he put his hand around his shaft.
What about his shaft?
I hope you're on about his hammer.
I already polished the head.
I don't know if they buy from small
We're talking
scale
nasty now.
scrappers though. Yeah, that's the
How
other
much
side
do
of
they
the
have,
thing.
huh?
You know,
Oh, bro.
it's the thing. But Barry, where do you get all your stuff from? Actually, now that Barry's back in the chat there, where do you find all your? He sent me photos earlier of some of the e-ways. He's got a nice collection of stuff up. So where do you get all your stuff from, Barry? Where'd you come across? And what part of the country are you in? I might be able to go and sneak into your location and take all your e-waste.
And have your family cleared your shed, Scrapping Irish?
You'll have to wait for the video.
Isn't that a bit of a pot and kettle situation?
Well, what I meant was he took that big load of redundant old stock stuff in, didn't you?
Yeah, 7 pallets of it.
Wow. Hey, no, my life's easy now. My life's just fire extinguishers.
And inverters.
Yes, and inverters. I got a phone call yesterday saying I've got some more. Can you come round? I've got some more stuff for you. So I'm going to be happy there. Just inverters, fire extinguishers.
He's from Cork. I think Mr. Matthews is your wife's relations from Cork. You were saying before.
My wife's grandma. My grandma came from Cork. Yes.
There you go.
I don't know whereabouts. And she's an O'Neill.
O'Neill's.
O'Neill from Cork.
Right. Oh, he lives right next to a recycling centre. So do you hop the fence at night and take the e-waste?
Oh, it'd be terrible.
Imagine, Ian, if you lived right next door to a recycling centre. You'd be in there every day looking through the stuff, wouldn't you? You couldn't help yourself. I'd be in there every day. If I was living next door to it, or there's one in my town, I'd have to go up every day and see was there anything interesting there that I could take.
Well, when my mate owned a scrapyard, and every Friday I used to call there and have a route through. It was a scrapyard and a skip business.
Yeah.
So they had, the scrapyard, like they bring cars in and scrap from factories and stuff, and then on the other side, skip business. So of course they take a skip in, tip it up, and a load of pickers separate it. So yeah, I'm glad he sold the business in the end. I was there every Friday picking up lots of stuff, which I still have.
No, if I lived near a recycling centre, I definitely would have to go up there every evening after work. I'd have to take a walk around and see was there anything interesting I could take apart, just to see what's
like a kid in a candy store.
My place and my garage and shed would be a lot cleaner if I had one like just next door. Every time I get something, here you go.
Of course, our recycling centres, you can't take anything off them because you've got firms that's actually bid to get the license, and they take, they take all the my local scrapyard. They have the license, so they take. They put 2 bins in, 2 big roll-on, roll-offs. One for scrap iron and one for small appliances. And it's tragic when you go there and see what people have thrown in.
Yep.
That's when I used to go with my Ivory's coat on and then help them.
Yeah, pretend you were helping people bring their waste down to the right bin. But actually bringing it to the back of your car and shoving it.
It was. And they're thanking you. Oh,
thank you, man, for carrying that down for me. And probably give you a tip for doing it as well. Here's a pound for yourself, for your troubles.
No, working for a private medical company who sell rent and service medical devices and equipment.
Oh, that's there you go, Barry. So you might be able to find some nice medical equipment. As always, medical equipment has nice gold context if you can find it. If you live next to a scrapyard, I will not need to go there. They will come stuff through the bus. Yeah, I definitely will be going into the scrapyards if I live next to them. It's just sometimes it's about finding an item and that you've never found before, and just taking it apart to see what's inside it. That's all. And it might be totally worthless what's inside it, but it's the fun of seeing what's in there.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you take something apart and you think this is going to be brilliant. It looks really cool from the outside, and it's got an absolutely crappy brown board inside with nothing on it. And another time,
Kind of like that egg that we were waiting a year for.
Yeah, that was rather.
The excitement was building up, and then it just let us down.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty.
It wasn't deliberate, honestly.
Yeah, the thing. Yeah, I was expecting a lot more in that egg. I was thinking, oh, there's going to be some nice stuff in here, and in the end, it was fairly basic, wasn't it?
It was terrible. It was shocking. I was expecting at least like a central heating pump inside of it.
Yeah.
You know, and you just basically had a washing machine pump, you know, upgraded to be waterproof.
Did you see Dan's video of the dryer lottery he had up?
Yeah. $30 in coin and bills.
He got 30 quid's worth of coins and notes out of the dryer. That's what was in there when he took it apart.
It's
Wow.
weird because I never
$30.
find something in dryers. I find
Yeah.
stuff in washing machine drains more often than in dryers.
Yeah. Like $30. He probably only got five quid's worth of scrap, but he ended up getting $30 out of it that was in there that people had lost over the years inside of it. You know, so it's sometimes you can be lucky when you pick up your scrap, you'll find some cash in there.
Well, it's only poor people that have cash, you know, that have coins. Most people, it's all card, isn't it? And they don't handle cash much.
Well, a lot of the shops nowadays are trying to force people not to have cash. They're saying, oh, they've signed up, we prefer to take card payments for whatever reasons. But because, again, a lot of banks and places like that, especially here in Ireland now, they don't have as much staff in the place, and they're charging you if you're bringing in coins.
Well, I'm just reading Rafael. Rafael says he's had one and knew there was nothing inside of it. And to be honest, I knew there was nothing inside of it because Everyday Solace did one on a Wednesday night one night.
Yeah, but I don't think Everyday Solace was as big as the one you had. And I thought this big one now has to have something different in it.
I thought it was the same size.
Oh, was it? Okay. I thought it was smaller, but, you know.
Yeah, it was... you think that would have given me something like half a cubic meter of space, wouldn't you? But,
yeah, but you keep coming with more junk because you don't like throwing away. We've seen your boxes of fuses. We've seen your boxes of screws. We've seen your boxes of whatever. You just have to have not 10 of anything. You have to have hundreds of everything.
hundreds of everything. Yeah. I think my next... I'm going to tell you now what my next video is going to be, I think. Is that the electric ironing board?
Oh, yes. The one that you got for your wife, is it?
Yeah, yes. I was going to do that tonight, but I just got carried away, you know, micro scrapping. It's so enthralling.
He's gone again. He keeps popping down when he hears that word.
Tell you what you could tell me though. How do you get the gold pins out of Ethernet ends?
I have a video coming on that I done for Pooh's Mate. I've done it months ago, and I promised Pooh's Mate I'll have it up, and I still haven't edited it. So you'll have to wait and see that video coming out because Michael loved that one. The amount of micro scrapping I go into on that one.
Steve says, sees me head healed up, you know.
Hey, Gulf Coast, good to see you, sir. Gulf Coast.
Hey, hello, Gulf Coast.
Hey, what's happened? I've been beating into Ian Matthews' videos before you. What's happening, Gulf Coast?
He stopped watching me. That's the problem. He stopped. He thought we'd insulted him. We didn't insult you.
No, we were only messing with you. We were playing a game.
We apologize.
You
I'm
apologize
on his behalf.
I'm not apologizing for anything.
Right.
I have no idea what this is about, but yeah, well.
No, you never do, Ralph. It's all good.
Yeah, it's good. You live in your own little world where you don't know what's happening around you.
It's okay. They know me here.
Oh, Gulf says one of his friends has got cancer. He spent time with him.
We've been talking about that earlier on. I've said this. The amount of people that I've bumped into where they either have cancer themselves, or their brother or their sister or their mother or their father or their sons have it or daughters have it. It's just crazy at the moment out there. And it's all because of the pandemic where everything shut down and people weren't getting treatment as far as I can see. You know, people weren't getting into hospitals quick enough to get diagnosed, or they'd little ache and pain and they go, do you know what, I'm not going to go to the doctors because they're under enough pressure at the moment with what's going on. And sure, I've only got a little pain in my back or whatever. And it's developed into other, and it's just we're going to be under this for a couple of years of just a tsunami of it at the moment, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's there was a politician on the GMB news this morning. So he's a politician, and I think it was even like a minister on the cabinet, and he was saying he got cancer and he's going to hospital and he's just being treated by the NHS. So it's everybody in all walks of life.
Yeah.
Saying that it's riddled with executives, the NHS, all on big salaries, you know,
consultants and stuff like that. Yeah.
When he says this shit should be like more nurses and less managers, you know.
That's awful, Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Scrap the salvage, all these tools you're restoring, Mr. Matthews. Might give Mrs. Matthews ideas for the renewed use.
What have you done,
Irish? I'm gonna head out.
My granddaughter
compressors aren't gonna scrap themselves.
No problem, Bob. Take
Nice to see you, Bob.
Have a good day, everybody. I'll still watch. I'll still give you the watch time.
No problem at all. Thanks, Gil. Now, what were you saying, Mike? Sorry.
I said I even had my granddaughter trained. She picked us off the street and brought it to me. I didn't have the heart to tell her it was worthless, but
Hey, it's free extras, free scrap.
It's not worthless if you don't pay for it. You see, there's always some value to it. If you haven't paid for it.
It's free right to the shred bucket.
Oh, still free shred.
At least you got shred price.
Shred price for it, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to sit here and micro scrap it. Oh, I don't think so.
I done a video where I micro scrapped 600 of them.
Did I say micro scrap?
Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, how y'all been? Good to see you.
But I'm going to have to get an automatic button that'll bring you up straight away again as soon as you go down.
Mike goes down.
Oh, here's Mike's favorite friend.
Hey, Shaggy.
With his M&M's. Oh, it's M&M's. I didn't get any M&M's today.
You're not
I
going to
got a bar of chocolate. I don't know where I left it.
Oh, you suck, dude.
I don't know where I left it. Hey, Sharky, how are things with you?
Doing good.
Yeah.
I got M&M's.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Different type of M&M's, Matthews. They'll break your teeth if you try eating them.
How do you get those?
These?
He micro scraps them.
I take things to bits.
Taking bits.
Like I say, absolute loads of these, and you know,
Oh yeah.
hundreds of them. I've hundreds of these.
I done about 1,000 of them. So I have in the last while, but I still haven't uploaded the video for Poosmate yet because I decided to do something else in the middle of that video as well. So it's like a double video. Yeah. But it was, I found it therapeutic when I was doing them. That's the only thing I can say. What have you been up to today, Shark? Have you been collecting
Therapeutic indeed.
Yard work today.
All right.
Well, I'm going to go and get shagged.
Get
You're
what?
gonna go get shagged.
Showered.
Showered. Look at that.
Oh, showered. Oh, okay.
Dirty ons.
Right? Where there's muck, there's money. That's what we say.
All right.
You know, where there's muck, there's money.
So, right, I'm packing in. Actually, I might catch you. Well, you're on till 10.
I'll be on for about another half an hour, and that's it. Yeah.
I'll catch you stairs. Right.
Yeah,
see everybody. And
We're on,
By the
Ian.
way, Ian, make sure that shed is well locked up because I'll be over there in about 4 weeks' time.
I hope you're coming with a trailer.
I'm coming on a Ryanair flight. I don't think they'll allow that amount to come back.
Shocking. Well, I'll be able to give you some bits to go back with.
Hey, I would love to see an airplane with a trailer hitch on it.
One of these. I pick, there's an iPhone 6 there you can have.
You know, Ian, the one thing
Throw
that I
that in the
noticed
thread.
that a lot of people missed was when everybody was going on about, you know, egg type words. I don't think a single person talked about how existential that video was.
You're wrong. Someone did. Someone did. Someone did put that word in.
Well, good.
I think Pooh's Mate had the most amount of egg associated words.
Egg
Yeah,
puns.
I think she poached a few of them from somewhere else.
Oh, very good.
I'm going.
Might end
See you
up with
later,
egg in your
gents.
face.
Right, Ian, take it easy. Good luck.
Those Oreos are doing good, Harold.
How are those Oreos?
Bling.
Someone's computer is doing something. So you were saying you were doing yard work today, Sharky.
Yeah. I was impersonating grass cutter Tim.
So you weren't doing any scrapping at all. There was no pickups or no scrapping at all.
No, it was all domestic chores.
Which has to be done as well.
they
Anything
do.
interesting? Any new contacts in your world? Like Mike was saying, he might have a bank contact made there, so he might be able to pick up from a bank some e-waste they have to get rid of.
Why are you putting my business out?
Mike, wouldn't it just be more convenient if they just gave you the money?
Yes. I would totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I did have a very interesting pickup at the end of the week, but I'm going to not reveal what it was because that's
A video.
going to be part of the video.
A video.
By 20 trailer of scrap. That's a nice load, isn't it?
That is a nice load.
All right. Well, now it's my turn to leave.
Bye.
Oh.
Bye.
Hey, Kevin,
Hey,
look after yourself as always.
I can
And
get two people to leave at the same time. Me and micro scrapping.
didn't work.
Bye, y'all. Have fun.
Later,
Before
Kev.
before you go, when are you going to scrap out all them PCs you picked up?
Sometime over the next 2 years.
You got a plan?
I still have that bucket right there with all those two-way radios in it.
Oh, that's right. You showed them one night and you still haven't done
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't done anything with that. All in due time.
Anyhow, take it easy. And as always, thanks for popping up, Kevin. Appreciate it.
All right. Stay healthy. See
We'll
ya.
try. We'll try.
There, Kevin.
Boy.
Yeah, so where did he go? Gee. Where did he go?
I had to make up for that M word that he said.
My hand is getting tired here, pressing this button, bringing you back up.
You ain't doing nothing else. Look on the bright side. Every time you do that, at least you're not losing money.
Good point. At least it's not costing me money.
Right.
That's the reason I come in and do my lives. If I don't do my lives, I'll be 2 hours wasting time dissolving gold
Right.
for 10 cents. You know,
Right.
but it's all fun and games, you know. It's all the fun of it. If you have time, email me a lot of your hard drives. Blah, 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 So no other news with any, no other information, no other strange happenings on your side of the world, guys?
Well, there's a strange happening next week. I'm going to be working again.
Oh, that's right. You're back to work next week.
Yes.
And have you been told, are you doing a training week first, is it? And then...
They are supposed to call me before Wednesday, so I'll still hear. Because I start on September 1st, which is a Thursday. So my first week consists of only Thursday and Friday. So that's a good start, I guess.
Yeah, so they might just bring you in for a 2-day introduction. And
I guess. And then the week after that, we'll probably, I'll tag along with someone to, I don't know, learn how the whole system works. I don't know. I mean, the fixing of the devices, the appliances shouldn't be too difficult. That's probably more of the same stuff that I did at Whirlpool.
Here's one for you, because you were in the same premiere last night that I went in and seen. Metal Scrapper, or Metal...
Oh, yeah.
What do you reckon the size of that crucible? That was one big crucible, wasn't
A
it?
Salamander 812, 18 kilograms of brass.
Yeah, and
the crucible itself weighs 4 kilograms.
Yeah, I seen he put up on his community tab that he'd done his pour using that crucible. So there's a video coming out later on this week. So
yeah, the shank that he made for it in the one of the final moments of the stream of the premiere, I said maybe it's better to turn it into a 2-person shank, so 2 people can do it. And he said that he actually did that after he tested it first, because lifting
that be filled up with liquid and the weight of it already, trying to turn that
22 kilograms of molten metal is not that safe. No.
Yeah. I definitely be hoping to be someone on the other side taking some of the weight.
Yeah.
I had something weird happened. Did stop by at one stream, and a guy called. Let it go, Raphael. Let it go. Build a bridge and get over it.
I think you got treated like shit, Raphael. That's just my opinion.
You would. All I said to him was, he came in and I said something and he gave me a negative comment straight away. I said, please, no negativity comments. And since then, he's been biting at me. I got over it. Build a bridge, you get over it. I built my bridge half an hour ago. Hey, Brizzy boy, welcome up.
Hey, Brizzy boy.
Good day, Brizzy.
How are ya?
What's the story? You don't look too bad for a man that has been on the grog all day.
Yeah, Ralph, I still have not been to sleep yet.
Oh, wow.
Or stopped drinking since Raphael's stream.
Yeah. I was in the after stream at Raphael's left with Brizzy, and of course I went to bed when the sun came up here when it was 6 in the morning.
Oh my God!
And apparently Brizzy just kept going.
Yeah.
So what time your time, Brizzy, was it when they went? So it was 6 in the morning for them. What time was that for you?
2:30 yesterday afternoon.
And
it's
what time
6:30
now?
a.m. 6:30 a.m. the next day.
Oh my God! How are you still awake?
That one is finished, and I've almost finished the next one.
There's still a little bit in there. I can see it. You're a lightweight.
Oh, you tease.
Lightweight.
You tease.
I don't know how you can do it, Brizzy. You must have a cast iron stomach.
No, liver. Cast iron liver. Oh, Crypto did hang in with me for 15 hours, but then she tapped out.
When was that?
After I finished with you, me and Crypto hang out for 15 hours. Yeah.
15 hours?
She was actually still speaking English by the end.
Oh my
really?
God.
And she was still...
Yeah.
It was still comprehensible?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
She drank a bottle of bourbon. She drank a bottle of rum and 8 ciders or...
Oh, here's a question for... I know the man that had the answer to this one. Ralph.
Question. Any of you guys gathering pewter? Check out the prices of small ingots on eBay. I am molten down 25 kilograms of pewter some time ago. It is somewhat expensive to buy sometimes, but when I go to thrift shops, I ask if they have like dented or broken stuff, and sometimes they have, and I just take all that for like next to nothing.
Yeah, that's a good. I was about to say that's a good spot to find cheap pewter is in charity shops, or in America they call them thrift stores or whatever.
Thrift stores or second-hand stores
Second-hand
or whatever.
stores. You can sometimes get pewter cups or jugs and stuff like that, you know, at a good price.
Well, I don't sell it.
Vincent
I like to make stuff out of it myself because it's very nice to cast in small silicone molds and make all kinds of figurines, and the figurines will sell for even more than ingots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We were talking about that.
Yep, and I'm also looking into using bismuth in some silicone molds, and that fills the shapes pretty well also. And if you then heat it up slightly, it goes all rainbow colory.
And what temperature can these silicone molds?
They can go up to like 500 Celsius.
Okay, and what does the brass be at?
Brass. Oh, the brass melts at 900
okay, so you
plus.
wouldn't get-
So that will not work. And
Yeah,
aluminium will not work either because that's at 660.
So tin or
Tin,
pewter
lead,
or-
bismuth, zinc will work because that melts at 420. Gallium, but you can melt that in your hand because that melts at 29.
Nice.
There's a couple of other metals, mercury, but that doesn't solidify unless you
I
got
don't think
liquid
I'd handle
nitrogen.
mercury somehow.
And you don't want to put that in your hands.
Yeah,
No.
you don't want to be handling mercury. Who was it that I seen was handling mercury on a video? What's that guy called? Long hair.
Dead?
The huge channel.
Dead.
No, he's not dead.
Well, if he's handling mercury, he's going to be dead very soon.
He was handling mercury. What was his name? Oh, come on, Ralph. You subscribe to his channel as well.
Mad Hatter?
Long hair.
I have
He's
no
not-
idea.
Long hair.
Long hair.
Yeah. He does a rake of them videos where he tries different things. He was trying to flush mercury down a toilet on this video, I think it was.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Let's just push some hazmat.
Cody's
into the
lab?
sewer system.
No, but the toilet wasn't connected to a Corey's Labs. That was it.
There we go. There.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't connected to the system.
Yeah.
It was connected to like a bucket behind or something, and he just wanted to
Oh,
see
all right.
the density and something like that. But he actually handled it. I was here. Okay, that's just really safe.
No.
Well, that your skin absorbs mercury really easy.
Yeah, even if you wear gloves, it might
Poison
actually
the
get
hell
in
out
there.
of yourself.
Yeah, but he was handling a lot of it, and it wasn't like a small amount. If I can remember, but I'm sure it was his video. I'm sure it was one of his videos.
I looked up mercury poisoning, how you die from mercury poisoning. You foam at the mouth and you laugh yourself to death.
Oh, so it's a happy death. I got to remember that.
You just laugh. You just laugh yourself until you're dead. What the hell?
If you combine that with helium, that's even better.
Raphael said that he's handled mercury many a time.
Really?
Yeah,
I-
in
I
a
also
safe
have
container.
Yeah,
In a safe container, yeah.
The old dears in the op shop thrift store here in my part of Oz put it to one side for me now.
Good man, scrapping
Oh,
sandwich.
that is good. Yeah.
Yeah, that is
There's a thrift shop that I go to sometimes, and I just gather all the pewter. There's different types of pewter, so I know the types that I want myself. So I always gather that all up. I said, make me a nice price for this. And, oh, you melt this stuff, right? Yeah, indeed. And then I showed them some pictures on my phone. Look at all the stuff I made. Oh, wow, yeah, sure. And then
Okay.
basically it adds up to like 40 euros, and they say, oh, you can have it for 20, which is still quite a lot, I think. But yeah.
Well, if you look at the price of it per on eBay, it's probably not an awful
Mhm.
price to pay, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. I look up on eBay for like 1 ounce ingots of tin or
Yeah.
different metals, and the prices are.
Oh,
crazy.
tin is a ridiculous.
Pure
price.
tin is even more expensive. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
like
have
a
to
1
buy- I
ounce,
have to buy pure
ounce,
tin.
a 1 ounce round is like $45. I'm like, really?
I have to buy pure tin if I want to
Kidding?
use it to make stannous chloride for testing the liquids for precious metal, and pure tin in hydrochloric acid is a way of doing it. And I bought some there lately, and I think like that it was 100 grams of it or something was like a ridiculous price of 30 quid, and then some other price, another 10 quid to deliver it or something. It was just mental price.
Oh, Scrapping, Hoarding, Tinkering Fun. Hello.
Hey, Scrapping, Hoarding, Tinkering Fun. Good to see you.
Hey,
When I made it,
hashtag SHTF.
when I made the male snail and that bronze that was 12% tin bronze, I bought lead-free solder, which consists of 99% tin and 1% copper, so that's ideal to alloy with copper.
Yeah.
But for a 100-gram little curl of wire, I paid $14.95.
Yeah. Well, you see, for what's called for making stance chloride, it's meant to be 99.99% tin.
Yeah.
Because any other metal might give you a wrong result when you're testing the liquid. So you have to buy the pure tin. You know, so it's more expensive. Should we see the price in Everyday Solders video where, what was it? How much a ton did she say?
17 pounds a kilogram for those tin bottle linings that people used to think were lead, which would be insane.
On the wine bottles.
Yeah. On the champagne bottles or something, wasn't it?
That's it. Yeah. I always thought they were aluminium too.
Yeah, so I thought they were aluminium or something.
Actually, the cheaper stuff over here is aluminium, I think, or some weird alloy. Because it's slightly heavier than aluminium, but I'm not able to melt it with a heat gun.
Wasn't it on Raphael's stream or something? He tested the wasn't it on the whiskey? What whiskey was it? What's that whiskey called?
I'm not sure what it was, but he tested it with a heat gun, and it did indeed melt because the melting point of pure tin is very low. It's like 230.
Yeah, so that turned out to be pure tin as well. So
yeah,
if I knew that, I would have just bought the whiskey and drank the whiskey and got the tin for my testing.
Yeah, bottle of whiskey is probably cheaper.
Send the whiskey to me, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I could send the whiskey to Brizzy and I could keep the tin wrapper off it.
it'll save your liver anyway.
I hope it'll arrive quicker than them stickers are taking to get to you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Them stickers are what, 3 weeks now?
Yeah, they should have been here by now.
It always takes an extra week from Ireland for anything, so I reckon you'll have them either tomorrow or the day after.
Okay.
I'd be thinking, because I sent them 3 weeks last Friday. So
if I can make it to the mailbox without falling over, I'll go and check after the spring.
That sounds like an Ian Matthews excuse.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. Tally Esker, or however you pronounce it, whiskey. That's the one.
So I finally caught up to watching Steve's video where he made the aluminium bar stool or the little stool lids or tops.
I heard you on about last night about watching videos and unsubscribing and stuff like that on when you're on Raphael's. Like, it is getting to that stage now where you have to pick and choose what videos you watch, because there is so many people in the same community now of scrappers. Like, there's tons of
I'm just glad that they are being put in my recommended again. Like, what was his video, like 2 weeks ago or so?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it was in my recommended because I previously watched some other metal caster. I think Adam of Art by Adrock started a new channel called Mr. Melter, and that was in my recommended, and I was like, oh, a new caster, I didn't know, and I clicked on it, and one of the first things I see is his Devil Forge with the custom plating on it. I said, wow, this guy only has like 100 somewhat subscribers, and he has a custom Devil Forge already. And then I look again, and then it says Art by Adrock on the Devil Forge. I said, oh great, this is Adam's new channel. Okay. So I subscribed.
Yeah, well, you get that. Like we'd say, even their double hour restorations. Some people change the names on their channels, or they might have two channels. Like Watchcall used to have 2 or 3 channels. Big Red, and then they just focus on one channel and put the rest go away eventually or whatever. So, and then you might have some people who have 4 or 5 channels, like Scorpions.
I was about to say E-Waste Mike's favourite buddy, Scrapping.
So there's like
Scrapping Scorpion, Silver
Scorpion, and he has Scrapping Scorpion, and he has
Stacking Scorpion,
and
or Scorpion Stacker or something.
So some people have a lot of channels, other people have.
I would just make different playlists on one channel, but that would be just me.
Yeah. Apparently, he's opening a new business.
Why does he have to be my buddy?
I don't know.
Everyone's your buddy, Michael. Oh.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that.
He gone.
He's back.
Yeah.
He was waiting to do that for ages. He's here. Why is no one saying the M word? So I can just do it again.
M word.
Mother. Goose.
What time is it now? It's quarter. So, Pooh's mate, if you don't mind again, it's gone 1:45. So I've only 15 minutes left. If Pooh's mate is still there, if she can put the link up for the GoFundMe for Everyday Solars. Again, I don't know the shark.
Still have that open, I think.
We're talking about it.
Oh, I didn't see that. So yeah, if you would, please put it up again.
Yeah. So I was for anyone that's just come in, doesn't know, Everyday Solars is one of the doesn't know. Well, most
Wow,
people
she
know
actually gained quite a bit just now.
Yeah. So Everyday Solars is another one of us scrappers. She's more like E-Waste Mike and Shark. She does it as not really. She does micro scrap a bit, but she's more into selling and stuff like that. And but unfortunately. Oh, I said micro scrap. I'm sorry. I was there. Who disappeared? And then I said, "Oh, what did I say?" He's gone again.
Call it something else.
You said it twice.
Sorry. Right. She's into selling her, collecting scrap and selling it on again. But her nephew, unfortunately, got cancer and has just gone through an operation.
Yeah, brain tumor.
And a brain tumor, yeah. And they're, it's spread, I think, to the spine and somewhere else. So there is GoFundMe where they just need to get some, I think it's a wheelchair or a push chair of some sort that a specialist one for him when he comes out of hospital. So there's GoFundMe there. If people can give to it, please do. As she said herself, she understands people may not have the money at the moment because of the cost of living gone so high for people. So if you don't have the money, even just send a share on your community tab. So someone of your subscribers may have a bit of extra cash they can donate. Or even if you're the religious type, a prayer, or even just a good message to them to let them know that there's support there, that people are thinking of them. So the link is there if anyone wants to donate. So please do if you can. No, that's it.
Yeah.
And
All the awesome people that already had it. Excellent.
Yeah, what's this funny looking L thing in front of the?
In front of what?
In front of the number. I'm getting ready to donate, and there's this funny looking L, backwards L looking.
Oh yeah, that's the sign for pound.
That's for pounds.
For the quid.
For the quids, yeah. You know when I say 10 quid or whatever, that's the quid sign.
I was trying to figure it out.
Pound.
Because it don't convert like US to.
Do a conversion rate before you send it.
What?
Do a separate conversion thing before you send it. That's all.
That bridge or tunnel you're building, Raphael, needs to be built quicker.
Hang on, what did you say before? 85p per US dollar.
$1 is the same as 85p in sterling.
85 cents, basically.
Yeah, 85 cents, basically. Yeah.
And I think Parkner's put up $1 is 115 pound is
yeah, the dollar. And
the euro and the dollar are basically the same at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was the other one you put up there.
Which sucks for us.
Like a couple of hours ago, they were only at $2,000 something pounds, and I think they've gone past. They're at 5,765 now at the moment, so which is great.
Oh, really? Awesome. Then I need to refresh.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So it's awesome that people are donating, and as I say, even if you can't donate, just share it out or put it on your Facebook page or something like that. That maybe someone else might be able to donate something. So it all helps, you know.
Exactly.
Every little bit helps, or even watch her videos or something like that, because she'll get a bit of ad revenue, and she has to give up her job at the moment to look after him, because it's her nephew, but she's the full-time carer for him, because unfortunately that young lad's mother died as well of cancer, which is
her sister,
which is another tragedy, you know. So it's just some people get the run of bad luck, or run of, well, I wouldn't say bad luck, just rough times, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Run of tragedies, life
Run of tragedy,
tragedies.
Yeah. Some people get it, and
Oh, right,
Yeah.
here it is.
you know, it just happens that way sometimes.
Sometimes they come in waves, and sometimes they leave you alone.
Yeah. Sometimes you can be lucky, and you see people go through life and they never have any issues, and other people, they get something happens to them, and it happens to them again, and it happens again, and it happens again. So, you know, it's just what life throws up at you sometimes, you know.
Okay, done.
My parents always used to say things come in threes.
Yeah,
Good
we
luck,
say that as well.
good luck or bad luck will always come in threes. Once
Yes, I
you
see
get the
that.
third one, you know.
So it's good. It's good. Facebook user Irish. If you are awake, I'll see you in 1 hour and 10 minutes. So I take that as romantic. And send me a Facebook there. So don't. Didn't she say 16K in legal fees? Yeah, I think that's what she said. The cost. She had to go through the courts to get him adopted because with the mother dying and that she needed to take full-time care. So I think it cost her £16,000 just to get him adopted. Him and his sister, I think, or I think it's
Unbelievable.
That's just criminal that they had to
Isn't
go
it?
do that.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
Isn't it? She's a blood relative, and she had to pay all that money to be able to.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
I don't
ridiculous.
get that at all.
Absolutely
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it over. It'd be the same here in Ireland. UK and Ireland have similar laws and stuff like that, and it's just with anything to do with solicitors or lawyers over here, it costs a fortune. Just to sign a bit of paper will cost you a fortune. So
Yeah.
and if you have to go get solicitors to go into court, and then you have to pay for these other things, and it just adds up so quickly. You know?
Oh yeah. Especially when they charge $300 for a 10-minute phone call and $400 to print a letter out. Or
electronic scrapper's off. So
Later,
electronic scrapper. Thanks for being in. And as always, appreciate your time, and let us know when you get all them LEDs done, so we can see what you ended up getting in the end.
Later, scrap and salvage.
Day job. Yeah, take it easy. Scrap and salvage. Back to your day job. I'll be soon finishing up anyway. I've only got 8 minutes left, so
yeah. We have a weird law or thing here as well. Like if I was to all the stuff that I buy, I pay taxes over everything I buy. If I then die and I leave all my stuff to someone else, they have to pay the taxes on all the stuff again. But it's already been paid. It makes no sense.
It's called inheritance tax over here. They call it.
Yes. It's one of the most unfair things
okay.
there is. Yeah.
So that's what here they call death tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, inheritance tax, whatever.
No, if it's a blood relative and a direct blood, when I say blood relative, so if a father leaves his son a property, I think that's exempt from tax. But if he leaves them money over a certain value, then you pay tax on it.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that. It's weird. And if the property is worth more than 300,000, you pay tax or something like that.
Same sort of system here. Yeah, exactly the same system here.
Yeah. Now, when a husband and wife, everything transfers at no charge because you're considered the same legal entity.
Yeah. That's the same here. Yeah.
But otherwise, we have inheritance tax too, and then. Of course, that's why you set up these things called trusts, so that the trust owns everything, and then the trust can distribute it out, and it helps to reduce the taxes. But you got to have a bucket load of money for that to be worth doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you're
good. You're talking seven.
That's no problem, Barry.
Thanks
for being in, and as always, you're more than welcome back anytime you want. We won't stop anyone coming in here. But the inheritance, it's the same here. If it's transferred between a husband and wife, it's just no tax or anything like that. But it's only, and now if it was given to someone who isn't a blood relative, then I think everything is charged at a tax rate,
I think the only other loophole is if everything's given to charity.
Yeah, if you give it to the church or charities over here, same thing, it's tax free.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as far as, the children go, I was amazed how much my brother spent to make sure that I didn't get custody of his children.
To stop you.
What? What the
That's just a weird one. Anyhow.
Those are some lucky kids.
heck? Well, I thought I was
Hey.
rough.
Hey, Mike, I think I may have found a buyer for silver Mylars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
Got
still-
a guy reached out to me a couple days ago. He's offering me 10 cents a sheet.
Oh
I got
wow,
about- I got
10
about-
cents a sheet.
Woo.
That's pretty damn good.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got about 6
Wow.
pounds of those in a box in the basement somewhere.
How many sheets
Oh.
in a pound?
A
Anyway.
lot.
Yeah, a lot. They don't weigh
About
hardly anything.
100 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'll let you know if the guy's legit. I'll let you know so you can do that too.
Yeah, maybe send them your load first and see if you get screwed.
Yeah.
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 Exactly. Exactly.
There's a lot of people that process them. It just don't seem like it's worth it.
Didn't Electronic Scrapper do a video about it?
I don't know. There was a lot of them that back in the day that did a lot of them. But I used to take them all apart, and then I was like, what's wrong with me? I'm an idiot. So now they just all go. I cut the cord off, and they all go in the shred pile.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't even take out the Mylar board sheets anymore.
No, I just throw the whole
No.
keyboard right in the shred pile.
Yeah.
Move back.
Anyway, Ben even does the same thing now. He's done
There ain't
it for
gonna be
years
no
as well.
keyboard micro scrapping with me.
Yeah.
Well, you can't go down and just say the word yourself.
He said it himself. He banned himself.
You can't go down.
Myself up.
There. So I made this fit.
Hey, Ralph, you got a hammer.
You finally finished playing with your wood.
Yes, and I had this all nice and polished. Now I just need to get a little whatchamacall
Yeah,
those
you
and get that in
You
there.
need to circumcise it.
Yes.
Circumciser. Pinty screw. Yeah, there's pinty screws definitely in keyboards. That's the only downside to them. If you're one of us guys who like to
Scrappers, that
take
takes little
down to
things
the
apart.
last part.
Very good, Ralph. I missed you on Slap Ham yesterday, Ralph. I didn't see you.
Oh yeah, I was in bed already. Your hand won't slip off the end.
What is it? What is it with all of these with slapped ham all of a sudden?
Yeah,
don't
no, everyone keeps talking about slap ham. No.
Yeah, I've been watching that for a long time.
I've been
yeah.
watching him for.
I
I've
used
been
to watch
watching him
it in
since he was like 45,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I think I watched some of his older stuff, like in 2017 or 2016, just occasionally, randomly. But all of a sudden, he popped up in my recommended, and I thought, "Oh, let's click on this for the hell of it." And I watched a lot of. I watched a lot of his videos, and I didn't want to subscribe, but at some point, I just subscribed and rang the bell.
I got 3 words I got to yell real quick, and it's "fuck you, Chris."
I was waiting for it. That's why I highlighted.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
I was waiting for that one to be said.
Awesome.
Oh no, Scrappy!
Oh.
Now you're on Ewaste Mike's bad list.
I was waiting for Chris, we're not allowed to say a word that offends Michael so much.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll say it all the time if it offends him.
It don't matter.
Anyhow, I'm about to finish up, so we'll ask everyone what their plan is for the week. So, any videos coming out, Ralph? What's your plan?
I recorded most of this video, and I did the Sunset Bronze, which is completely recorded but needs to be edited. But I'm going to first edit this one. I'm going to finish the handle and make it look slightly nicer, and then the video will be done, hopefully tomorrow. And then I'll start editing and have it up, hopefully before the end of the week.
Okay, so we hopefully get to see Ralph video that is like a Jojo that doesn't exist. You know, it's
Yep.
that rare.
And when that video is up, the week after that will be the bronze video. So there will be 2 videos in 1 week.
And
Ish.
don't forget, you'll be back at work as well.
Yes. So I don't know. All kinds of stuff might happen.
You're going to mess up the algorithm big time, man.
Yes.
Put 2 videos up, like
Break
in
the
the space of a
internet.
week.
Ralph breaks
Mass
the internet.
Mass confusion. Mass confusion.
Shark, what's your plan?
Can't wait to hear this.
So let's see. Monday is the ROI on the microwaves from last week, and Thursday is going to be the very unusual pickup that I had that I just picked up.
Okay, and that's it. 2 videos for the week. That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean there might be some shorts or something like that depending upon what happens during the week, but that's the plan right now.
Okay, and Mike, what's your plan?
And we already know it's in the back of your truck, so that was a stupid thing to put on your community tab. Just saying. Not rocket science, dummy. I really don't know. I had plans, but now I'm waiting to see what the neighbor's thing's going to be for the week.
Yeah.
I was going to go back to board sort. I was going to do a couple scrap runs, but I'll know more tomorrow, when her first treatment's done.
Yeah.
So,
Well, again, anyone that's in the region, say a prayer for Mike's neighbor, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so it's just basically whatever her schedule is, I'm just going to work around that. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But
Exactly.
Okay.
undecided right now.
And you've no pickup or anything. You said you'll decide after.
I have one big one more laptop one to do, but we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm in no hurry to go get that damn thing. Believe me, I'm tired of laptops.
I thought you said you had some micro scrapping you had to do this week.
Oh no.
Oh,
okay.
Jesus.
I'll catch y'all later. But wait, I gotta hear what Brissy's doing,
Yeah, Brizzy, what are you up to this week?
because this ought to be good too.
I'm finally out of YouTube jail as of yesterday
Oh, good.
from my strike. So I think I might do a cooking stream
Okay.
in the about middle of the week. I might do a pasta bake, bacon and cheese pasta bake.
Okay. So if anyone wants to check out a pasta bake, Brizzy's your man this week.
Now, Brizzy, are you in some sort of rush to see how quickly you can get banned again, or what's the plan?
No. I asked for the strike to be reviewed. It was rejected. So no.
Okay.
Till the end of November, I am a good boy.
Okay.
That's a long time for you.
Yeah, well, it certainly is.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Break your laptop or your computer so you can't actually go on and say anything?
I'm going to figure out. I might put a dress on and dance around in the yard or something. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Oh, okay. Well, my plan for the week is, because I said from the 1st of September going forward, there will be a video every week. That's what's going to start. So the 1st of September is Thursday. So video out this Thursday. And then every Thursday after that, there'll be a video. And for Mike especially, there may be some micro-scrapping videos. Videos.
Oh, no.
He's gone fully. I can't even bring him up. I can't even bring him back up. So from Thursday onwards, I'll have a video every Thursday at the same time for the foreseeable future. And hopefully I'll be live again next Sunday. And again, anyone that can help out Everyday Solars with a donation, please do. If Poosmate is there, if she wants to put the link in one more time before we finish up, please do. And then people can click on it and head over to that GoFundMe from the page, and then I'll finish up after that if I see if Poosmate is putting it up. Don't worry, Ralph, we'll come to you in a second. I can see you're waiting with the words. I'm just seeing if Poosmate is still there. There it is. So Poosmate has put the link in, so if anyone wants to click on that, I'm giving it to Ralph to finish up. So Ralph, what are we doing?
Scrap you all later. And the links